Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I am going to be sharing the top things that recruiters want to see on your resume when they look at it. Now, most people think that a resume is just a document that lists all of their jobs, and recruiters just want to see the different types of jobs that you've had in the past and, what your job titles were, what your job history has been for the past 10, 20 years. No, that is not the case. A resume is a branding document. It is a marketing document, and ultimately it is a document that is going to and should be getting you jobs, which means that it needs to have certain things on it in order to achieve those goals. So when recruiters look at your resume, there are specific things that they want to see and certain questions that need to be answered in order for them to call you for an interview. So if your resume is missing or does not address any of the 4 things that we are about to talk about, you need to be making some changes to that document ASAP. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Number 1 on this list is, can you do the job if you are hired with no problem? Meaning you can come in the door or come out the gate swinging, doing whatever it is that they need you to do. There's no learning curve. You have the skills, you have the education, you have the past history or past demonstrated experience, right? You have to understand that when recruiters are hiring for a position, it is a business decision and it's based on a business need. They need this person to come in and do ABC because the company is trying to get to XYZ or accomplish LMNOP, so when they are looking at your resume, it needs to be very clear that you can do the job. I understand that you don't have to be 100% qualified for a position all of the time, but you should at least meet 70 to 80% of the qualifications. When you're looking at the job description, you need to make sure that you are familiar with the tasks and responsibilities that they're asking of you. You have the prior background, and maybe you're missing 1 to 2 or maybe 2 to 3 things. That's okay. It's no big deal. But if you comb through the job description and you see maybe 60% of the job you have no familiarity with or you cannot perform, more than likely you should not be applying. And if you do, you might not get a call back. So when you are writing your resume, make sure that throughout your job bullet points, throughout your career summary or your career overview, and within your professional summary and career highlight section, that you are honing in on the fact that you can do this job because you've done it before. You have a long-standing demonstrated track record of being able to do what the position requires. So on the day that you start, you know exactly what you're doing. You can take off running, get familiar, get acclimated with the team and everything, but ultimately you can do the job. And in order to show a recruiter or communicate on your resume to a recruiter that you can do the job that you are applying to is, number 1, make sure that your resume is keyword optimized. Make sure that you are tailoring and targeting the information within your resume. And in order to do this, you'll want to take a look at the job description itself for the job that you're applying to and match the bullet points that you're noticing with past experiences or your current experience. So using myself as an example, I am in marketing. If I'm applying to a marketing job that wants somebody who has extensive experience managing campaigns, because I've managed marketing campaigns throughout my entire career and a high volume of them at that, in each and every single job bullet point in all of my jobs that I've held, I'm always going to say managed 15 plus campaigns, managed 30 plus international campaigns that generated, $20 million in revenue or whatever. In order to make sure that you are saying what it is that they want to hear and that they want to see, you need to really reference the job description itself. and then match your past experience to what they're looking for. And I hope that makes sense. Number 2 on this list, and it's a little bit of a piggyback off of number 1, and that is your background and your prior experience as it relates to the job. So unless you are an entry-level career professional where you're maybe fresh out of college, fresh out of high school, or you're transitioning careers, maybe you are going from one field to another, one industry to another, and you may be starting from scratch, you should have a solid background in the industry or in the field that you're in as it relates to the job that you're applying to. So if you are 5 to 7 years in your career, or 3 years into your career, or even more, maybe you're a little bit higher up, 7 years of experience, you need to make sure that you are amplifying your past experience and your past responsibilities and leverage that to the max for the job that you are applying to. And again, the key is to comb through the job descriptions to see what it is that they want this person to have experience doing in the past. So is it management responsibilities? Is it process management responsibilities? Is it particular systems or programs? Are there certain success metrics? Is there a particular industry or maybe a special skill that you need to have, such as data analysis or AI? Whatever industry or whatever field you're in, if you have that background doing what they're looking for, make sure that you are highlighting that specifically in your job bullet points, in your career overview, in your career summary, etc. Experience plays a huge role when it comes to jobs. Obviously, they want someone who can come in the door and knows exactly what they're doing and who has a history of doing it before. So if you have extensive history doing said thing or said tasks or said responsibilities, you want to make sure that you are communicating that clearly and effectively on your resume to increase the likelihood of you getting a callback. Number 3 on this list is if you have the skills to do the job. Skills play a really big role when it comes to being an eligible candidate for new positions. And skills can mean education. It can also mean programs and software. It can also mean soft skills and industry-related hard skills. So some examples of soft skills include organization, communication, time management, project management, maybe cross-functional collaboration, and industry-related skills will be relative to your industry. So I'm in marketing. I deal with a lot of campaign management, data analysis, targeting, email databases, social media platforms, content production processes, things like that. So whatever your industry is, you should have at least 8 to 12 skills listed on your resume that are relative to your industry, in addition to soft skills, and then also listing the programs that you know. Job history or the work history or past experience section or your resume, I want to say accounts for maybe 50% of your resume. It's one of the most important pieces. I would honestly say skills is right behind it, maybe accounting for at least 30 to 35% of your resume. It's really, really important. Sometimes, not all of the times, skills can be a key determining factor when it comes to a recruiter or a hiring manager picking a certain candidate. You can have all of the experience in the world, you can meet the experience requirements or the experience standards, but if you're missing more than like 3 to 4 skills and what they're looking for, it is a chance that you could be passed up. And if you have those skills, you should not be getting passed up. So make sure that you have them on your resume, you guys. And last on this list is a little bit of a piggyback off of number 2, and that is, what is your success record or your track record of being successful in previous jobs doing the same thing? So if you are applying to accounting roles and you've been in accounting for the past 3 to 5 years, how good have you been in your industry, in your field, in past roles so far? So have you increased something? Have you decreased something? Are you really good at revamping or overhauling things or introducing something new? Are you good at building something from the ground up? Are you good at saving money, bringing in money, right? So regardless of what your title is or your field or your industry of expertise, it's important to make sure that you include quantifiable numbers and metrics that clearly show how well or how excellent or amazing amazing you have been at doing your job in the past. And I have recorded multiple videos giving you all tips and ideas on how to quantify success on your resume. You always want to make sure that you're including some sort of a percentage or a dollar figure or some sort of a number that is directly correlated or tied to how good you have been at your job, because a recruiter is going to want to see how effective, how efficient, how accomplished, how well you can do something. And if you have exceeded metrics or just really went above and beyond in terms of what was expected of you or what you brought in or what you fixed or what you made better, I guarantee you that is going to make you stand out. Ultimately, it makes sense. Recruiters want the best possible candidate for these jobs because, contrary to popular belief, hiring somebody is a business decision, and at the end of the day, they are spending money to bring you on board. So that 6-figure or that 5-figure salary that you want, they're more than willing to pay you that, but they have to make sure that you know what you're doing. And there's no better way to show that than making sure that your resume is jam-packed with all of the numbers possible. So that's it, you guys. Those are the top 4 things that recruiters want to see on your resume. Please, please, please make sure you have these items incorporated and included within your resume. Read through your resume yourself, and from an honest, transparent opinion, ask yourself, does my resume clearly communicate that I can do this job? Does this resume show how successful I have been at doing this job in the past? Does this job really highlight and put a spotlight on all of the skills that I know and how valuable they can be to this position and for this role? And ultimately, does this also justify the salary that I'm asking for? I know a lot of people who are aiming to get their very first 6-figure salary or even increase their current salary if they're in the 6 figures. Maybe they want to go from 120 to 150, but their resume may not reflect that. So always, always, always make sure that your resume communicates you and presents you as your best professional self and as the best candidate for the job. I really hope you found this video helpful. If so, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Go ahead and give me a like down below. If you have any additional questions in regards to what recruiters want to see on your resume that I did not answer in this video, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment box down below. If you are watching this video but you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below so that you can join my growing YouTube community and continue to get notifications to watch videos such as this. If you need assistance with your resume, I am more than happy to help you. Feel free to visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com for pricing and packages. You can also email me directly to inquire about my services. My email address is hello@thompsonresumes.com. Feel free to connect with me on social media. My Instagram handle is @_Mika Thompson, and you can connect and follow me on LinkedIn. My profile name is Tamika Thompson. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys with another helpful video soon. Cheers to writing the perfect resumes that recruiters want to see, y'all. Bye.